Do you know how long it's been since I've seen the Canadiens lose a game? It's been too long. Too long. But anyway, here we are again. It's the Habs versus the Sabres at the Rookie Showcase, and guess who opens the scoring? None other than Xavier Simoneau. Look at that, nice little wrist shot from just above the circle, and the Habs take the early lead. Things are looking good. Lots of positives early on. Boom! Florian Junkie introduces himself to Buffalo. And here's a funny moment. I had to get this in here. Look at this kid's reaction when he realizes he's got a Sasquatch standing right in front of him. That's John Parker Jones. He's number 85, and he's about 4 feet taller than everybody else on the ice. Anyway, right after this board battle, the baby Habs get a couple of really solid hits in. Is that Davidson? I don't even know, because I'm pretty sure they used a toaster to record this game, so my apologies about that. Mats Lindgren would tie the game at 1 for the Sabres with this shot right here, and after this goal, the first period all of a sudden starts to get a little quiet, a little too quiet, boys. Finally, we do get the Canadiens' first penalty of the game, and it's John Parker Jones who's getting 2 minutes for just being too damn big, and he wasn't too happy about it. Moving on to the second period now, look who it is. It's Logan Mailloux. And a bit of foreshadowing, we're going to be talking a little more about him at the end of this game review. Jacob Dobbs does a really good job shutting the door throughout the first half of this second period. My God, he made some really nice saves. I mean, we do got to give him some credit. The poor guy just got hung out to dry about 99 times during this game, but he still looked pretty solid. The Canadiens run into some more penalty trouble, and on this particular penalty kill, it's Florian Junkie going to work. He does a really good job killing off some time in Buffalo's zone, and he also hustles back and breaks up a play at his own end of the rink. That's good stuff, and nearly midway through the second period, the Canadiens take their second lead of the game. This time it's Miguel Torney making it 2-1. He's Johnny on the spot, bangs home a rebound, and let me tell you, this guy is having himself a game. That's his second point of the night, and he's kind of sneaky. He likes to jump up into the rush, just like Logan Mailloux and David Reinbacher and friends. Here's a clip of Zach Benson getting robbed by Jacob Dobbs, and Xavier Simoneau introduces him to the crossbar, sends him flying. The Sabres don't like it. They're kind of like, hey, you can't be doing that. So we get a couple of chihuahuas going at it, but you gotta admire the courage of Xavier Simoneau. Man, this guy is a dog, a rabid dog. And if he was as big as Parker Jones, he'd be on the Canadiens' first line. Right meow. Now here's where the game gets turned upside down, okay? The second half of this game absolutely sucked. It all started when the Sabres looked like they were about to ice the puck. Logan Mailloux decides to, dog it a little bit, maybe sell the icing a little more. So the officials decide to wave it off, and Isaac Rosen scores to tie the game at 2. A lot of boneheaded plays led to this goal. It didn't look good. Meanwhile, Florian Junkie is still trying to get somebody to drop the mitts. Please, just somebody, give me a reason. But he just can't seem to find a dance partner. And Matt Savoie makes it 3-2 for the Sabres after this awkward looking goal right here. Newsflash! The third period just so happened to be pure diarrhea for the Canadiens. Joshua Wawa gets on the board, and then Buffalo just completely takes over the game to win it by a final score of 6-3. Now listen, let's not get too crazy, okay? Because it's just one game of a rookie showcase. Was it rough? Yeah, it was rough. It was as rough as a cow's tongue. But we still got to give the Sabres some credit because they just have an incredible prospect pool. As for standouts on the Canadiens, let's look at the forwards first. While Owen Bick didn't get on the board, I thought he looked pretty good. Emil Heineman had a couple of good looks. Wawa did score a goal, but it's kind of weird because if he didn't score that one, then, well, I probably wouldn't have been impressed. Overall, I felt like the whole forward group was a bit underwhelming. That's just my opinion. Aside from Xavier Simoneau, who was definitely entertaining, and maybe John Parker Jones and Florian Junkie, who were just out there doing what they do, you know what I mean? But I just expected a little more from some of these guys. As for the defenseman, William Trudeau was above and beyond the best looking defenseman during the game, in my opinion. Isn't that crazy? This guy's looking more and more like a steal in the 2021 draft. Miguel Torney had a really good game offensively. Reinbacher looked pretty solid for his first game. But but I definitely need to see a larger sample size. And Logan Mailloux looked exactly how I thought he would look. He looked good in the offensive zone, but not so good at his own zone, which again is completely fine because it's only one game. And don't forget, today, the Canadiens are going to be back at it again against the Boston Bruins, so prepare for that one. Let me know your thoughts on game number 1 down in the comment section. Don't forget to take a dump on the like button because it just wants your feces all over it. It's kind of weird, and hey, I'll see you next time.